Good morning and welcome to the world's dirtiest workshop. It is raining today. We're going to be doing this over 2 days and I'm going to mix the footage together. So through movie magic you're going to see me change my clothes. This is the Ryobi 10-inch chainsaw with the 18-volt power supply. One of the key issues to this unit is that on a single battery you'll probably get about 10 minutes of operation time. That bird tripped. Stop it. 10 minutes of operation time. So once you get that battery into the unit and kick that trigger over, that's what you've got. So use it wisely. This battery is testing at full charge. It just came off the charger. It's been there all day. Let's see how long that's going to last. Get your stopwatches, everybody. We're running 4 cameras, but you can only cut this tree once. This is a little dangerous. You never want to cut all the way through and let that start to fall, because if that hits you on the head, you're going to regret it. All right. We gotta lube this thing up. And this is why you should only cut tree limbs that are 6 inches or smaller, or you might hurt your chainsaw. I can tell that the battery is starting to struggle. Let's lube up the chain again. And again. When you're doing a job like this, too much lube is never enough. Can everybody hear that struggling? Can you see that? It's starting to struggle. Ooh, look at that. Okay, that happened without warning. The battery gets hot and it needs a little time to cool down. Maybe the motor does too. You can get a few more seconds of power out of it, but that is a warning sign that you're not going to get too much more out of it. let's pull the battery pack out and look. I have 2 dots on that battery pack out of 4, and I'm trying it multiple times. 2 dots out of 4 left. Let's make sure we get the battery in right. Let's lube it up again. Maybe we can get this tree trunk down and leveled off before we run out of battery, but I'm not counting on it. Nope, nope. That's already quitting on 2 bars. I barely kissed the tree on 2 bars. So, does 2 bars mean that you have half the battery left? No, no, it doesn't. 2 bars means you're probably out of juice. So, don't use the meter on the battery to tell you how much battery you have left. Yeah, so, you know, I've been working this thing pretty hard, and already this thing is kind of dead. So I'm going to keep letting it cool down. And I'm going to talk about the Ryobi 10-inch chainsaw. This chainsaw is really useful. It really is. For a homeowner. It's not a professional chainsaw. This isn't even the biggest battery on the market. I will tell you that the motor in this thing is pretty small. It is. It is not the greatest motor in the world. The motor is subject to overheating. And the vents here pick up a lot of crud. Those vents could be better designed, really. And because they pick up a lot of the wet, sappy wood from a pine tree, you know, I can't expect this to last more than a couple of years before you're going to need a new one. I take very good care of mine. But it's going to fail because of its design. As simple as that. If you want something to last 10 years, it's got to be a If you want something to last 10 years, it's got to be a gas-powered unit, and you have to care for it very carefully and use gasoline without corn-based additives in it. Let's see if it works again. So, I gave it some time to cool down, and that gave me a little extra life out of the battery, but it wasn't much. Let's give it a little bit more time to cool down and see what happens. It's been a pretty good chainsaw. It does the job. I'm going to smash that camera. Watch your heads, folks. And it does work. I still haven't gotten that branch disconnected. There we go, and I almost clipped the camera there. I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes too. I am not going to be able to clear this trunk with the charge I have on this unit. There's just no way. I'm going to need about 3 batteries just to clear out this tree. And that shows you how well this unit really works. If you're going to clear trees like this, you're going to need 3, 6, 9 batteries just to do it. If you don't have pants on, don't cut down into your leg. Cut through your legs. Let's wear this battery out. Let's try over here. Oh, that's done. What do I got now? Let's see. 1 dot. So we're down to 1 dot, folks, and this thing is overheating a lot. So this is what you can expect from this unit. I still give it an 8 out of 10 for homeowner use, because if you don't know much about chainsaws, go back, charge it, come back out, use it again. You know, yeah, you might have to do it 3 or 4 times in a day to clear a tree like this. If you have a gas-powered unit, yeah, you have to fill it up with gas every so often, but you'll, clear that tree. You know you're going to get that done with a couple gallons of gas. When you have one battery, that's a real problem. Let's see if we can get this little nub off here. And that's still going dead. Still got one dot. And we're having overheating problems. Not the greatest. Not the greatest. It's not going to do me much good to keep talking, because I can tell you right now that if you've been watching this video, you're going to know that a relatively new unit, and this is about a year old, a relatively new unit is going to experience these problems right off the shelf, because it's all about battery life, and shelf life is a big part of that. So if you're buying a unit that's been sitting there a year, you're going to experience the same thing I'm experiencing, pretty much. And that still didn't break off that one little branch. That's about 2 inches wide. Well, I'm getting eaten alive out here by mosquitoes. You know, they're attacking my legs, even though there's pine everywhere. So I'm going to finish up here. And I want to thank everybody for watching the World's Dirtiest Workshop and watching me cut down this tree with the 10-inch Ryobi chainsaw with the 18-volt power pack. Darn it! Yeah, that's no fun. You're going to need a fresh charge. And you're going to have to wait for that charge and this motor to cool down and this battery to cool down. So, swapping out batteries helps. But I've got one battery, and this is what I'm faced with. Yeah, it's time to charge this. I want to thank everybody. Have a great night. Cut down your larger stumps, narrow them out, and then slice them off. But I have a feeling working this stump down and cutting it off is going to take more than a single battery. Probably 2 charges on a single battery, or 3. Always have your scabbard on your chainsaw, and lubricate your chainsaw before each day. WD-40 is not a lubricant. It's a water displacement chemical that's used on Atlas missiles. Remember that. So, in the long run, it's not going to lubricate your chainsaw. Okay, the battery's sitting over there. And I'm going to go get that right now. Make sure your battery is out of the unit when you're working on it. Don't work on it with a battery in it. It's just not safe. I'll be right back. We're back. There's a reason why chainsaws are always offset like this. The saw is not right up the middle, it's to the left. It's so you can turn it on its side and slice off the bottom of a stump. And I'm going to try to do that in this video. But you can see I just started it. I've got about 10 minutes of operation time. So while I'm holding that trigger and that's spinning, you got about 10 minutes or less, depending on the weather, the heat, and the size of your log. So let's see if we can cut this tree stump off today, and maybe earlier in the footage you're going to see me work it down. Make sure I'm holding it properly. You can see it's struggling. Change hands here. Lubricate it up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to take it out of there. The rain has started and some of my cameras are not waterproof. But we're going to try and get this done. Good thing I got a washcloth on that camera over there. Now I'm going to have to change position. And move again. And move again. And I'm out. Yeah. The battery is overheated and the chainsaw is struggling. And that's what you get out of this chainsaw. This is what you're going to get. It's not that much. And I can let the battery rest, but it's not going to tackle this stump, not the way you think it will. And that's one battery. Only one battery. So I'm going to have to recharge this battery and come back and do it again. And it's raining, so now's a good time to take the battery inside and recharge it. So I'm going to face this camera. This is a good time to take the battery inside and recharge. Don't do this in the rain. I'm going to shut the cameras down and start again later. That battery is pretty warm, even still. I'm sure if I let this sit for about 5 minutes, I could probably use it and get that last light out of it. But you know what? It's time to charge that. There we go. Sorry folks, we're in the middle of a teeny tiny Texas-sized atmospheric hootenanny. Yeah, we're going to have to take a break. Come back later. Good afternoon, everybody. We're on day 3 and our third charge of our battery pack, trying to see the teeth right there. Cut down this stump. Oh, well, look at that. Done. Let's move over to the other stump I have and see if we can finish that one. Make sure we're lubing up the chainsaw. Here we go. Start again, maybe over here. Let's pump that lubing bulb halfway through. Halfway through. Get in there. Almost. I'm close. Almost out of juice. Will I do it? I think I did it. Yeah. All right. That worked.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
I cut down trees, I eat my lunch, I go to the laboratory. On Wednesday I'll go shopping and have buttered scones for tea.
He cuts down trees, he eats his lunch, he goes to the laboratory. On Wednesday he goes shopping and has buttered scones for tea. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
I cut down trees, I skip and jump, I like to press wildflowers. I put on women's clothing and hang around in bars.
He cuts down trees, he skips and jumps, he likes to press wildflowers. He puts on women's clothing and hangs around in